AOAP CMP series, and today we're talking about changing O1 notifications when we enter results and complete a notification once we receive the results back from the AOAP lab. So like I said, this is part 6 of the series. I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and jump in and get started here. All right, so like I said, part 6, right? We're going to talk about changing O1 notifications, entering the results, and completing once we receive the results back from the AOAP lab, right? So this is one thing that we fail to do. Like, we know how to open up O1 notifications, but we never close the notifications or input the data into the system record, which is GCSS-A. And yeah, like we only do half of our jobs, right? So as a CMP inspector, this is one thing that I look at when I look in your O1 notifications, see if you're actually, one, taking the recommendations from the AOAP lab and actually closing your notifications out properly. So this is straight out EUM plus, just like the rest of the series is going to be. Business purpose, right? Use this transaction to change oil samples or O1 notifications by entering lab results and completing the notification. Your trigger is performing this transaction when oil sample results have been received from the lab, all right? Like I said, received from the lab, right? Doesn't mean open the AOAP notification, close it once you print the labels. That's not how it's supposed to work. So we're back to our equipment situation report like we did before. We're going to put in our UIC. Equipment will be A through E and so forth, right? You're going to hit execute. Once you hit execute, it's going to bring you to your equipment situation report. So you can click the binoculars there and the find button, right? If you're looking for a local or trying to locate an admin number or something like that, right? Make it a lot faster on you. So you're going to search terms, you put in your admin number, you're going to hit the little check for OK button, right? So one hit found, you're going to hit the X button because the hit that it finds will automatically load to the top of the screen. So from there, what you'll do is you're going to highlight that row. You'll click the admin number. You're going to click the notification button. So your notification button, like the last video, you're going to hit or check the oil analysis, right? You'll hit the little check, and it's going to bring you here. So this is going to display the open, it's going to display the notifications, right? So if you notice, you have an engine and a transmission, right? So 2 different notifications, 2 different oil samples, all right? Don't be that unit that uses the same oil sample for all the equipment, right? When I took over one of my units in the previous past, they were trying to use the same oil sample and the same oil from one vehicle to try to get the rest of our AOAP current, right? The lab's smarter than that, right? So just keep that in mind. So we're going to go ahead and open up the notifications. Like I told you before, if you hold the control key down on the keyboard, you can open up multiple notifications, and then when you close one, it'll automatically open up the next one for you. So here we are, right? AOAP sample, right? So this is our first one. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click the oil sample data tab, right? Which is located right here. Once you click the oil sample data tab, it's going to load here. So if you notice for the activities, you're going to talk about the hot sample, the tube, the lab request, the type of oil, and so forth, right? So we're going to click the multiple selection activities tab or button. So once we click that, it's going to load us here, right? So click the little node to open and expand everything to open up the 05 results folder, right? So once you open up the 05 results folder, this is where you're going to pay attention to actually your documentation you got back from the lab, right? So in this example, the oil sample result indicates a resample is required, right? So click the space directly above or below the vertical bar to view additional codes, right? So if you see, depending on your actual oil sample checkbox, right? So you see the RDO, resample after a number of hours, do not change oil. So you're going to highlight that, you're going to hit copy, right? Once you hit that, your results entered is not a normal result, right? So enter additional text, right? So you're going to click the little paper and the pencil for the long text button. So once you do the long text button, it's going to bring you to like this little, if y'all remember WordPad on computers, but this is what we're going to do, right? So whatever it says in your actual paperwork you receive back from the lab, you're going to type in the entry, resample after 1 hour of operation. Then you'll hit the back button. So the status bar and messages that were transferred, okay, you can tell when the long text has been entered by looking at the text button, right? The paper looks like there's writing on it, all right? So that's important, right? You're going to click the notification. You can hit the little checkered flag. Once you hit the checkered flag, it's going to come up with this, the reference data, reference time. So, like I said, the reference data and time default to the current date. These fields should not match what the AOAP lab recorded on the results, right? So you're going to hit the little check mark, and then the status bar displays, notification opens and change, all right? So this is the second example we were going to do. So the second sample is going to be a little more detailed, right? So we're going to click the multiple selections activity tab like we did in the previous one, right? Click the expand button. We're going to open up the 05 results folder, right? Oil sample results. We're going to click copy, right? So depending on your paperwork, for example, for this one is CNN or Charlie November November, which is normal. So it's going to be normal results. So if it's normal results, all you're going to do is hit the checker flag, and you'll come up with this once again, asking you if you actually want to complete the notification, right? You'll hit the check mark, and then you've completed the notification. So pretty easy. Like I told you before, a lot of us fail this part of the CMDP because we do not actually add this stuff into the notification process. So once you're done with that, you'll hit the back button, loads you back to your equipment situation report, and back out again. You'll be in your T code, equip sit. You've completed this transaction. So in summary, you have changed an oil sample notification by entering the lab results and completing the notification actually in the Army system. And what's cool about this is you can actually go back into the serial data through IE02 and you can look at the 01 notification and you can see that it's been closed out properly, right? So I hope y'all are enjoying this this series. As always, go Ordnance, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.